Hello, and welcome to another edition of Good Deeds. It is brought to you by justserve.org. If you're looking for ways to make a difference in our community to help people out, well, justserve.org is a wonderful place to connect with organizations and nonprofits that are doing just that. In fact, today we've got a special guest, Denise Hoffman from Just Serve, who's going to tell us more about what they are doing to make this a better community. Thank you for being on Good Deeds today, and thank you for the good work you're doing.
Well, thank you, Sheryl, and thank you for having me on your show today. Very much appreciate this opportunity.
Well, every day there are nonprofits and organizations that are helping people in the Sacramento area, making this a better community. And Just Serve, as I mentioned and remind people every week, is a great place to get connected with those organizations. How does that work? If someone has some time, they want to contribute, how does that work with them getting connected with Just Serve?
Well, let me give you a little bit of background, just a quick background on Just Serve. It's actually only been around since 2012, and it was actually first introduced in Silicon Valley, believe it or not. And it has since been initiated a free platform worldwide. I know we're in at least 13 different countries, probably more by now. But if someone is looking for a way to volunteer or donate, you just go to justserve.org and put in your zip code, and it'll bring up all the local projects that are in your area. Or if you have a need and you're looking for volunteers or donation, you as an organization can also go to justserve.org and put in a request to have your project posted. It's a free platform. It's anybody can use it. It's non-denomination, even though it's sponsored by the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. Anybody can use it.
Well, I know that you have been very busy over the last few years, especially the pandemic has caused hardships for so many in our community, not to mention natural disasters, fires, flooding, things like that. What are some of the projects that Just Serve has been involved with over the last year or so that you're really proud of?
Well, we've done quite a few projects. 2022 was a very busy year between just coming out of the pandemic and also with some of the disasters that we encountered. One in particular that really is close to my heart was when we had the mosquito fire and the Calderon fire. Both of them were very devastated to those communities, and those were rural communities. And with the mosquito fire, the people in that area had no power for 13 days, and they could not go home. They were not allowed in their areas for that long. So if they had anything perishable, it was gone. In fact, the county even brought in lots of trash bins just for them to dispose of all the spoiled food. And so I was approached by someone in that area that knew I might have had connection to being able to bring food in, at least through the humanitarian arm of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. And so, as you know, Just Serve, we are just a bridge. We connect either people who have a need with volunteers or donation, or if someone is an organization and needs help, we try and go out and find that. So we act as a bridge. And in this case, Chamber of Commerce had approached me along with a couple other people. So I reached out to the humanitarian arms of our church, and I was able to get 2 full semis, and a semi holds 24 pallets of food. So I got 1 perishable and 1 non-perishable semis full of food. With that, we were also approached by the El Dorado County Food Bank because of all the devastation they had with the Calderon fire. So we coordinated with El Dorado County, with Forest Hill, with their Chamber of Commerce, with 3 or 4 churches, the local businesses. We found a church up in Forest Hill that would act as our sponsor for us to be able to deliver the food to. And it was a wonderful experience to see all of these different people come together for a common cause. Like I said, Just Serve was just kind of the connector as far as connecting people together, promoting it and having everybody work together and getting the food truck. What was so fun is that the El Dorado Food Bank brought over almost the entire firefighters from the Miwok Indians of Red Hawk. I think it's Red Hawk. And they set up an assembly line and just was unloading the food from one place to another, because we had to transport some into El Dorado Food Bank's semi that they brought over to take food back to their area.
Wow.
But we set up distribution for 2 days, and we must have fed thousands of people that day. As we were setting up on day one, we had people lining up 2 hours ahead of time. And so we decided as soon as we got ready, we were letting people in, because these people were hungry. They just got back into their homes, the ones that still had homes, and they had to put the expense out just to house themselves while they couldn't get into their homes. So they were really struggling up there, and it was really nice to see the community come together.
Yeah.
So that's probably one of my most meaningful one.
Well, that's one of the things that Just Serve does, is connect people from all different parts of the community. And, it doesn't matter your age, your ability level. There's something literally for everyone to do. What are some of the ways that are coming up that people can help?
Well, one of the churches up in Colfax, the LDS church, is doing a blood drive through Vitalent. So giving blood or volunteering at the blood drive is one way you can help serve. It is located, you can find this project at justserve.org. That's one that's coming up. We also have, there's always ongoing one, Gathering In, which is a facility for the homeless. They're always looking for people, organization, churches, or even family members to sign up for Adopt a Meal. A great way to spend an evening just cooking a meal. You feed about 150 people, and it's very humbling to be able to do that. They always need donations, such as personal toiletries donated. So we have lots that are ongoing. Also the food closets. At least up in the area where I serve, we have at least a couple of major food closets. We have the Auburn Interfaith Food Closet and the Interfaith Food Closet up in Nevada, in Grass Valley. The Auburn Interfaith Food Closet, especially if you're a youth, has a youth program. So you have to have those service hours to graduate. Well, we'll work with you on getting those hours in. We're always looking for volunteers to help sort the food, pack the bags, when we have food drives, to organize it, check expiration dates. We've had quite a few youth groups coming in after we've had a big food drive. So there's many, many ways. In just the area that I serve up here in the Auburn area, which goes up to Auburn, Colfax, Forest Hill, all the way up to Grass Valley, Nevada City, Penn Valley, we probably have 20 to 25 projects that we have ongoing all the time for our areas. But if you go to justserve.org, there's hundreds, and it's worldwide. Doesn't matter where you live, put in your zip code, you'll find tons of projects that you can serve.
Yeah. If you've got time and a willingness to help make this community a better place, we could use your help through justserve.org with all the projects. Thank you so much for taking some time to share with us what Just Serve is doing. Thank you for the good work you're doing on our community, and thank you for being on Good Deeds.
Thank you so much for having me. Appreciate it very much.